After years of declining numbers, it's no longer Alaskan snow crab season. Earlier this month, the Alaska Department of Fish and Game, ADF&G, and the United States National Marine Fisheries Service, NMFS, prevented crab fishing from opening for the 2022-2023 season due to declining stocks. Miranda Westphal, a biologist in the state's Department of Fish, told the New York Times that the state is looking into why the crab population is declining. From 2018 to 2021, we lost about 90% of these animals. Snow crabs are an Arctic species, continued Westphal, noting that they need cold water. But in recent years, the Bering Sea warmed tremendously and populations of snow crabs flocked together in the coldest water they could find. They probably died of hunger and there wasn't enough food, said the biologist. The state also considered illness a factor, but couldn't say for sure. We don't know and will never really know because the crabs don't exist, he said.
Even with crab season canceled, Alaska's famed crab show Deadliest Catch will go on. According to executive producer Aram Star Paul, season 19 will launch in spring 2023.
Fans can anticipate another Deadliest Catch season where we will document our captains as they participate in the Bering Sea crab and other sustainable pot fisheries, such as golden king crab, bairdie and cod. Alaskan king crab is a type of seafood that is not easy to find. This one animal is not something that is easy to see in grocery stores, markets, and even restaurants. This is because this type of crab has a relatively very expensive price. Why is the price of Alaskan king crab so expensive? The Alaskan king crab is a giant crab that has a native habitat in the North Pacific Ocean region. There are three types of Alaskan king crab, namely red king crab, blue king crab and golden king crab.
The Alaskan king crab is characterized by a leg span that can reach a span of 150 centimeters in length and has 5 pairs of legs. The Alaskan king crab can grow very large with a carapace shell covering their back length of up to 28 centimeters.
This crab also has a distinctive abdomen that is fan-shaped and tucked under the back of the shell. Just as the name suggests, namely king crab, its weight can reach up to 9 kilograms. Reason for the high price: the first thing that makes these Alaskan crabs so expensive is that they are in short supply. Usually king crabs only thrive in certain areas or areas. In particular, they thrive in cold environments. Since there were so few areas where they were grown, there was no way to expand the cultivation of those king crabs, resulting in significantly higher prices when demand increased. Another cause to note is that harvesting these crabs involves many hazards for fishermen. For example, these crabs live in deep, frozen waters, which means they are difficult to harvest. Besides, no one could survive in these waters for very long, so they couldn't gain much. Alaskan king crab itself is dangerous because the crab can cut our fingers if not careful. In short, the effort and risk involved in getting hold of these crabs is reason enough for the high price. Delivery-constrained Alaskan crab is best served and enjoyed fresh, and keeping this fresh is another matter. Despite their cold environment, hours of travel require special methods of preservation to keep each crab fresh and delicious. It takes a lot of energy for this crab to remain the best until consumers enjoy it on a plate. Despite the specific area where the Alaskan crab lives, it also takes several years for these crabs to mature and be ready for harvest. In particular, each crab must be at least 7 to 9 years old before it is ready to be harvested. Such a long maturation time adds to the high price of these crabs. Priced at a very high price, one might ask what is the reason someone buys and eats Alaskan crabs. First, of course, because the texture of the legs of the Alaskan king crab is smoother and softer in appearance than other crab species. Alaskan king crabs also tend to have a uniquely sweet taste that differs from the meat of East Coast crabs.